Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for March 15th through April 14th. Everything you need to know about this reading, the Ace of Wands, get it, is in the description box below. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. Also, this might be yours or your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. I like that Ace of Wands. That looks like new starts, new adventures, new passionate interest. Alright, what do we got here? Where's Sagittarius? How'd you get over there? Get in here. Alright, Sagittarius. Good lord. There's big, healthy cards here. Yeesh. Sagittarius, harsh truth. How you all doing? Good, I hope. Two of Wands. Alright, I like it. The Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. King of Swords. That could be Gemini. Let's see. Yellow. Five of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Fool, Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. Nice. So we got Gemini here, quite possibly. Alright, little guys. Where's the little guys? Okay. Sag. What? Okay, so we got a cycle ending and beginning here. So you're looking for a fresh start, and so are they. Interesting. We've got you two in your separate corners. Okay. Fair enough. Why? What's this Wheel of Fortune about? Sagittarius. The Star card, that could be Aquarius. What's this Ace of Swords? Sagittarius. Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands. Just like the one that came out in the beginning, Ace of Wands. Okay, let's see. Magician, Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. Alright, what's this Five of Swords about? What's Five of Swords? So So you're both taking a minute here. You're both taking a minute. And either you're wanting to go in different directions, or both of you are wanting to figure out what to do about this thing. It looks like it just started. It looks like, did it or no? Well, it didn't just start, but it looks like you're at a turning point. And is this somebody that came back around again? Because there's a newness to it. Like, why does it feel new? That's interesting. Or did you start with somebody else? Ooh. What's this Four of Swords about? Oh no, let's do the King of Swords. What's this King of Swords about? So, the Sun. Alright. Good. That could be Leo. Okay, so this is what it feels like. It feels like Eight of Cups. If this feels like you both are wanting the same thing right now, but there's communication about it too. It could be just online communication, but it feels like this is you, both of you wanting to work things out. You know, it's almost like wanting to work things out, but you're in your separate corners and you might be meeting to talk with someone that can help with that, like mediate or negotiate and all that. But there's going your separate ways, but you're still connected. And it's but there's communication about that. Like you guys are trying to decide on what and how, like to do this amicably, and you're wanting time to figure things out and to make some necessary decisions and to kind of just have your own space to think about things and what you want, because you really don't know. um, and they're hoping for the same. They need some time to figure things out. This, whoever you're dealing with though, is going to want a distraction. Like they're going to want to keep themselves busy. They're going to want to start, they're not going to do well with the downtime like you are. You're going to use the time wisely to actually figure things out. This is someone that doesn't do well without someone to talk to or someone to bounce ideas off of, at the very least. Like this is someone that kind of, it's not that they need a handler, but they're one of those people that likes a lot, they like distractions, they like to keep busy. And you're just like, I don't need that. I'm good over here by myself. I got some things to think about. Lead me to it. We're good. We can talk indirectly, like email, text, social media, whatever, but let me have my time and we'll see what happens. Whereas I think your person wants, it's almost like they want to make more of a decision, and they want to know the game plan. They want to know and you're just like, I don't know. I got some things to think about here. What's this? It could be a marriage, but that's, I don't know, it just felt like this was new, but there's too much going on here for this to be new. Unless this person's coming back around again, because it feels like you come to, it feels like it's come to this. It feels like it's come to this, like things have happened, and it's like, you know what, we can't keep doing how we've been doing. But it feels like there's kind of a respect here. Like let's try to at least keep the communication open. Wanting to work things out. This is you two in your separate corners, though, wanting to be proactive about your future, whether it's together or separate, though. You've got some decisions to make, the both of you. You seem to be handling a little bit better than they are, just because they don't really, they don't like the silence too much. I feel like you're welcoming that, but they're not wanting, they don't like gray area, because the more downtime, it's almost like the more downtime they have to sit and think about this, they feel like it's slipping away from them, and that, I think, scares them, or it bothers this person, that they just feel like if you're not in communication, if you're not actively working towards something, if you're giving time, that feels like, well, then we might as well just break up to them. It doesn't feel like they have any confidence in the fact that time can be a good thing. It can answer a lot of, like we just need that time for ourselves to get us back, to figure us out, and then we can slowly get back together. They don't want that time because it's kind of black or white. It's almost like as days go by, the fade, or they feel like they'd be ghosted. They don't trust that you're actually going to reconvene to meet and to talk about things and work on things. So they're like, well, why not just call it now? What's this fool about? Queen of Wands, that could be Aries. This is Fool about. So do you already have an idea? Maybe you've been wanting this to happen. Maybe you've been wanting this time and this separation so that you can figure out what your next moves are, that you can have time to think about some things and make some decisions and figure out what's best. And again, your person is just not, they're wanting to know now, what are we going to do? And you're more like, you know what, I've already got ideas of what I want. So for the Sagittarius that I'm reading for, you're kind of okay with this. You're interested in using this time wisely, like to think about things and what your next move is and this and that. Your person is kind of more reacting than they are creating. And they're not going to do so well with the distance or the silence between you. They're going to want to keep in communication, because without that, it's as good as done for them. They don't like the silence, or they don't like that waiting. Because they feel it's almost like they feel either neglected or rejected, or like just they feel done unto about it, and it's something that is necessary right now, and it could lead to a greater understanding of each other once you get that break to kind of figure out what you want and handle some business. But they're not interested in a break. If you're gonna break, they want to break up, because they're not. It's very either or with them right now. All right. I can hear my cat. Okay. She's probably gonna bring a pair of her undergarments down. We bought her a couple of packs of under things because she kept going into the laundry baskets and finding little socks and whatnot to bring down. So we started buying her own, and we leave them in little piles for her. So she's 17. I mean, she's not out there chasing vermin anymore, so she can hunt socks. That's for Sagittarius. That's for Sag. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Fair enough. Taking care of business and being unto yourself, taking care of you and your own, or you and yours. Good. That's what's needed right now. Good for you. Your person is not doing well with that. I think they would like to just make a clean break then. No time needed. And the Sagittarius I'm reading for, you're okay with that too. You could do either, but what you do need is your time. And if they can't handle it, you're okay with, well, I guess we have to disconnect them, because I'm not going to let any moss grow under my feet. Like, I'm going to get after it. And it's more emotional for them than that, because the whole reason they're wanting an answer is because, is this it? Is this it? You know what I mean? Instead of being okay with just needing space and figuring out as they go. They want a game plan. They want to know what's going to happen. And instead of being rushed, you're like, well, okay, then I guess this is it. Because I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I want time to think. I need to take care of some stuff. I need quiet, and I need my space. What else for Sagittarius? Inspiration. Yes. Both of you need to get that back. and you're well on your way. Like you're planning on, getting out there and getting after it. But your person, I don't think they're as optimistic about their future. I think they're going to go through a bit of a little funk about this. They're going to be kind of sad and down and out. I think they were hoping through being willing to talk about things that it would kind of make inroads back to you two getting back to where you were, but I don't think you see it that way. I think you're looking forward to a future, like your own future. And if that involves this person, great, but your focus is on yourself and what you want. And I think this person kind of feels neglected or left out, or like they're not important. If they're not first, they're not important. And it doesn't have to be that way. I think they want to be kind of put back on, I don't want to say a pedestal, but they want to be prioritized the way they were, and that's just not realistic for you. You don't want that, and I think that's what they're having problems with, is that they're not going to be the priority that they once were for right now, because you need your space, you need time, and for them, they're like, well, then that's it then. And you're like, it doesn't have to be, but if you need it to be, I get it. We can't go back to the way it was. So if we had to break up, or it has to be the way it was, then I guess we're breaking up. That's the reality of it here. All right. Did I do that? Yes, I did. Okay. Sagittarius. I feel like this is kind of like you're just not slowing down for anybody, You've got designs on what you want to do, as you should. It's your life, right? But this, for some reason, I think this person kind of feels a little bit, I don't want to say jealous. I don't think it's jealousy. I think they just don't feel like they were as important as they used to be, and I think that really bothers them. I think the fact that they're expendable now really bothers them, and it could be that this is someone that you're just like, you know what, I'm taking me back. I need to get me back, and they're like, they feel kind of threatened by that, or just like, well, what about me? That's for Sagittarius. Okay, awesome, because we can't tell what that. All right. Oh, yeah, I can see my little dot there. Okay, so this is 8 of Swords reversed. Yay, not being afraid anymore. Awesome. And this is 7 of Wands. So good for you. Not being afraid anymore, not being indecisive. You're open to change, a new perspective, and considering new ideas, and you have the advantage. You have conviction about this. This is the right thing for you to do right now, and you feel very strongly about that. You feel very confident about disconnecting and going in a different direction, because that's what's needed for you right now, as it should. Your person, not so much. I think they would have liked to have worked this out, or at least been a part of the process with you. But I think at this point, for the Sagittarius I'm reading for, it would feel kind of smothering or be a bit crowded for you. So, good for you. Okay, Sag, I hope this was helpful. We got, in the next 3 months, we got love coming in. So are you starting something else with someone? Because if not, you got someone else coming in. Just saying, there's someone coming down the pike here. What is this, March? So we got like what, mid-June, July? There's another, maybe you've already started something. Maybe that's the impetus for this. But it feels like there's love being ushered in. And you feel really optimistic. Okay. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Happy March to you. Love and support to you this month. Okay, you take care.